What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. Trying not to trip as I walk and talk, and I figured I'd bring you just a quick update video because I know I'm going to start getting flack because everybody's like, where are the videos? You're not posting. And I feel like it's boring and repetitious, but it's kind of part of the process. So instead of subjecting you guys through the grinding and the measuring 50 times and cutting once, we'll just do these quick little updates. Easier for you to watch, easier for me to film. So here we are, it's after hours. Climbed underneath here and we cut all this stuff flush. I cut the mount off, we moved it back like a good inch, so we got that stuff kind of flush. This was the trouble part for the wheel, and then this came down. This wasn't where I wanted it to be, so we just beat on it, and you can see all the undercoat fell off. But now this is kind of flat because it's used to kind of, you know, poke inward. I'll show you on the other one so you can get an example, but plenty of room for activities here. I knocked this down. Anything that looks kind of sharp that's not friendly towards spinning wheels, we're going to address all this stuff over here as well. But we did that. I tack welded this bar. This is actually funny because I had this and it ended up being the right size. I only had to take off like that much. So see, cut twice, measure twice, cut twice, right? But it fits under there, and I'll show you guys, because in the last video I was like, oh, I'm debating, but so you can see that it gets really skinny right here and then it gets fat, right? And then I've got that bar that goes across that holds my, it's gonna hold my chute, but it holds my trailer, and it's connected to the frame. And then I've got the rear frame rail, so I figured that's pretty sturdy there. So right here is, like I said, it gets thin, but then I got this brace. So this section's not really that big of a deal, and I was like, I elected to put this here. It's just tacked. We'll weld it around. But I'm going to need to figure out the fuel cell, and it's going to live in this area, and it's going to come in, down. So between this bar and that bar, I can sink it in and make mounts or whatever. So, and it does give it rigidity and structure, and I figured, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much good this does or doesn't do, but I guess if you stiffen the chassis, it's good. And then plus, like I said, this would be the pain point right here if anything were to flex really bad, but I shouldn't have a lot of weight in the back. So I don't think it matters, but it's a good point to mount the fuel cell. And then I figure it stiffens it up and whatever. So this is the fit. As you can see, we left it a bit long, so I can just, I'm not trying to really butt weld this. We'll just get in and cook this bad boy down. Some of the things kind of gets butt weldy, but mostly I can just burn hot on this and melt it in to that. So we do have a little flange all the way around. I did that on purpose because laying underneath here and welding, you know, with your mask on, kind of far away from your piece, it's not bench welding, right? So it's not hero time. It's make it as easy as possible for day and time. So yeah, that's a look from the top. And I had the wheel fit and I measured, so this cut's ugly. We can straighten up a bit, kind of move this guy, but we should have more than enough room. So those are 27 tall, right? When I jacked it up, the other ones are 30. So we need 1.5 inches, and I've got more than that plus room for growth. So let me do that. Let me strap one of those on there. We'll jack it up and I'll show you guys the added room we have. Before I do that too, I will show you. So see this edge, how it comes towards, you know, toward the tire, like we beat all that flat. And then this one looks like it's already been hit in, but that kind of came toward the tire as well. And then you can see Mr. Sharpie Sharp here, and then this guy. So like I said, on this side, when we go to do it, I know what I need to do. So we already moved this thing 1 inch back, kind of cut that flush, section this, beat that back, and Bob's your uncle. So let me throw a tire on, we'll jack it up, we'll bring you back, and I'll show you the room for activity that we have now. And I feel pretty good about it. And I got wheels ordered. They should be here like Friday. And then I'm gonna stuff those old guys on the new rims, and that's really gonna be our tester. And we'll continue with the other side, but having the new tire is going to also dictate this opening. So I think I'm gonna try a quick pin on the rear end, so I can just pull out the sway bar and link, and if it'll come further down and we can fit it, I think we'll maybe just do that. because jacking it up from here isn't that big of a deal, right? To get it up in the air. I don't think, actually, I mean, I can jack it up from here and then obviously put my jack stand there and then facilitate changing tires that way. So we'll pull that out and see how difficult it is, and then if we need to adjust this, we'll just make that happen. So let's throw a tire on. Got that in there, going up. Here it comes, coming at you, coming in hot. And then I'll put it to the fattest part of the tire, right? Which is gonna be kind of the center. So we'll just eyeball it. It's gotta be somewhere around there, right? Roughly, that's gonna be center. So now you can see room for activities. Let me see if I can find tape. Here we go. So we've got, might need to take a little more. I've got 2 roughly, right? So it's a 27. Let's see. So it's a 27. Yeah. All right, sorry, it's getting dark. I had a guy stop by, so I was talking to him. But, so essentially we've got roughly, it's like 2, kind of from back here, like 2 1/4-ish, right? So this is a 27. So if we go to a 28, that's only ½ inch difference because you're full circumference. And the 29, obviously it's 2, right? So that would be 1 inch, and then we'd still have some room to grow like over 1 inch, right? So my math is correct, my quick math. All that clearance that's there should be good to go. However, I'm not gonna finalize any of this because like I said, my rims come in those other tires and I really wanna just stuff something in there and go, that's awesome, let's burn it in. Or we need to kind of make some more room, right? So what I will do is we will continue on. I will start on the other side of the frame now that I can move the Bego so we don't throw sparks on it. So maybe tomorrow we can get in there with the plasma and cut some stuff up. But that's gonna wrap it. The sun is going down. I wasn't expecting to really BS with that guy. He wanted to know just randomly, because everybody sees me working on my cars. He was asking me about a transmission rebuild, and then I went down the whole rabbit hole of what's the plan for your vehicle? And you know, sky's the limit after that question, so I probably should have stopped talking, but I can't. You guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, share. Till next time, I'm out.